it shows the WWF website here. They said, look at fucking this, man. Look what we built. We did this all HTML.
Look at these buttons. Look at these buttons here. Just bite this on here. Look at all this shit. Undertaker's bleeding on this son of a bitch. Just before that, Triple H is in the production truck. And he says, don't play this tape until I tell you to play the tape. When he leaves and he's laughing. Little freak. They show Jerry Lawler and JR. And Jerry Lawler's haircut is fucked up. His tiny little bangs and shit.
I hated that haircut. Oh my god.
That's like a young kid in the South, man. Like where your mom cuts your hair and she just kind of gives you the bam bam. Get out.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
They go to backstage where Terry is standing outside of Kane's locker room, and Terry says, "Kane is a friend of mine." And after we see this footage, hopefully Kane will talk to us. Now Kane is still refusing to talk to anybody about this tape, which is making it seem like Kane thinks there's actually something on this tape, which is fucking insane. Why does Kane not just come out and say, hey, I didn't fuck anybody. I'm a virgin.
That's what they should have done.
Yeah, like, I've never fucked ever, bro. But no, Kane slams the door and will not talk to anybody.
I like how Kane and Terry are friends, like really humanizing Kane as like this real good person.
This is my friend, Kane.
That's like a cutscene you'd see backstage in SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah.
My friend Kane.
Drop the amble on him. All right, so well now it's fucking time.
Holy hell.
Time for the tape. Triple H says, I called Kane a murderer, but he's worse than that. He's a sick freak.
He's some kind of sick freak.
Okay. So roll the footage. There is a warning at the top. It says,
yes.
If WCW was here, you might want to go watch that instead.
Please.
WCW should have never died ever.
Yes.
No way. No way. October 9th, 1992 at 2:30 a.m.
I was not born yet.
Me neither. Wow. Tony, you were alive.
Tony was 17.
No, I never even watched Raw. I've never seen Raw in my life.
A guy in a red shirt and a Kane mask with bootcut jeans.
This is Kane. What are you talking about?
This is Kane.
It's at the funeral
sure.
parlor.
He opens the door and goes, hey, is anyone here?
Bro, he says, it's me, Kane.
It's me.
Hello, Katie, Vick. It's me, Kane.
It's me, Kane. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
This is fucked up.
Before it gets super fucked, this part fucking made me laugh. He fucking walks in and he stops. He looks over and there's a casket, obviously. And he does the Kane tilt his head to the side, and he does the fucking adjust his hand with the glove. I thought that was fucking tremendous.
Attention detail is great.
This is true. Okay, it's Triple H, by the way. I don't want to get it twisted here. This is very Triple H doing this.
It is Triple H voice too. He goes, you didn't have to die.
No, I thought it was Kane. It looked very convincing. You remember when Kane's 92 run with the half Kane mask?
Of course, I remember that. With the shirt.
With the shirt, yeah, exactly. This is like a 5-minute segment of Triple H dressed as Kane talking to a dead mannequin and talking about killing her because he couldn't touch her titties. What the hell is going on here?
So by the end of it, it's definitely a skit.
Yes.
The way Triple H comes off of it, but yeah, this is ridiculous.
Also, while I have headphones on listening to this, I turned the volume like all the way up because I was like, I heard something in the background. I think they were doing commentary because I think I heard JR and King's voice in the back. But it wasn't coming. It wasn't coming through. Like I think they muted the commentary track for this footage, but I don't think
you can still hear them.
But I don't think they knew it, and they were doing like play-by-play on it. I think.
Wait,
like,
what?
No, they're actually next door with the parent.
Oh, okay, yeah. You could hear them talking in the background.
That's Kane over there. As God is my witness, that is Kane.
I wonder if you guys see some big red freak walking up in there. So
yeah.
He's having sex.
He's about to go fuck your daughter.
He does.
Dead style. Yeah.
This Katie Vick doll is still in the school uniform, by the way.
Of course, because they, that's what you do. You keep her in everything she died in, like her bra and her cheerleader outfit. Yeah, man.
Fucking lingerie.
That's what they do. Yeah. Then he starts arguing with the fucking corpse. He says, "This is your fault, and you know it. So you didn't love me when you were alive because I was some burnt up freak." And then Triple H starts grabbing a corpse's titties and they blur it out. That was where you draw the line. This is the
Mosaic,
problem. Yes, blurred out titties.
Dude, the way you have to really watch this to understand this.
It's fucked up.
The cadence that Triple H is speaking in is
it's
like
supposed to be Kane.
is
in theory.
crazy. Because he talks to the doll. He's like, "Hey, Katie, hey, baby, you're in your little cheerleader outfit, and I used to watch you bounce up and down." Nah. What the?
Yeah, Katie, you're kind of stiff. Speaking of stiff, maybe I should do what I always wanted to do.
92 Kane, of course, look just like
92
this.
Kane half mask, jeans and red shirts.
Ripped his all
92 Kane.
Look crazy, man.
Triple H is the world champion of the
Well, that's
company.
Kane.
He's supposed to be top guy here. Well, sure. Kane is lined up for a world title shot.
3 titles all at once.
He's about to have 3 championships, and they are representing him as fucking a corpse here. And then he takes his shirt off, and he takes his pants off, and he's wearing, I don't know why he did that. Well, he's just wearing a white thong.
That's what he wrestles in.
Yeah, he was doing, maybe that's what Kane wrestles in. He was going full Kane. And then he mounts the mannequin, and then it cuts to blurry, white tinted with porn music,
Like dream sequence,
music video
kind of stuff.
Sure,
yeah, I
yes,
don't know.
music video style dream sequence of Kane fucking dead Katie Vick, and he says, "Oh my god, I did it! Did I do it? Oh my god!"
This bit goes on for like
forever.
He goes, "Oh, you're kidding me? I really did. What's that? What's
do
that,
it?"
Katie? I did it. I really did it."
And he grabs her head, and he pulls brains out of her head, and he says, "I screwed your brains out." And that's how it ends.
Or is that the camera?
Yeah, like, what the fuck? I guess then I was desensitized to that shit because I was just out of the Attitude Era, so I was, not surprised that crazy shit was going on. But this is insane
This
shit
was
here,
insane.
man. Do we ever know whose idea this was? Like, did anyone ever get blamed or
So by the
credit
way,
themselves for
also,
this?
This was after Triple H already beat Kane, so there was just him kind of just fucking with Kane at this point. He already beat Kane. He already retained the title.
Yeah.
Bruce Pritchard actually talked about this before. Apparently, according to Pritchard, the original plan was to introduce Scott Vick to WWE, which was Sick Boy in WCW.
Holy shit!
okay.
What?
Yeah, he was going to work with either Kane or Triple H, is what Pritchard said. And then he had some really bad dark matches, and they said, "Yeah, never mind, we're not doing that shit."
By the way, an hour into the show, the show has Triple H wrestles on this show.
Oh my
Kane
God.
wrestles on this show. And abides by the rules. They have a tag rules tag match on this show.
Yep. Yes, sir.
This was a
fucking
Vince McMahon
hell.
idea, right? Was this what we're getting at?
I
Vince
I
wanted-
imagine so.
Yeah, so it was a way to introduce more soap opera based stuff on the show. Whatever soap opera this motherfucker's watching.
This was around the time when they were hiring all those writers, right? Like Hollywood writers and stuff. I think at the time, yeah.
So of course, Kane
Wow.
was drinking, and he was drunk driving, and then ran off the road, and the animal jumped in front of them, so he swerved out of the way, and then
Right.
he broke his arm, and Katie died, and it was an accident.
Right.
Yeah, as Kane came out and said all that, Triple H said, "Oh, boo-hoo, you killed a woman."
Okay.
And then that's the angle.
After not only does he beat Kane, but he also eliminates the Intercontinental title from existence. That's gone.
Kane never beats him, does he? He never does anything. Do they have another thing?
No, dude, the angle's already over with that. So yeah, Triple H, because Coach asked Triple H at one point in the feud, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" And he's like, "Because I want to fucking expose Kane."
The next pay-per-view is Survivor Series, and Kane's in the chamber, but Triple H doesn't lose to Kane.
No.
Here's actually, I actually have some lines here from a couple different wrestlers because they were asked about the story and what they thought
Okay.
about it. Honky Tonk Man said it was a horrible, sick nonsense. JJ Dillon said, "Boy, whatever they were drinking or smoking when they thought of giving birth to the hand, it had to be on the same day when they were as high as this shit." When they did this.
That's
Bill
awesome.
Apter said, "That got me to the point where I wasn't sure if I was going to continue watching WWE."
Holy shit.
Road Warrior Animal said, "I must have missed that one."
That's even more insane. If someone tells you about that and you never saw it, like it must be shell shocking.
Apparently, Stephanie McMahon apologized to Kane when he was inducted to the Hall of Fame. I don't know if I saw that or not, but
You waited that long?
yeah, it's only 20 years, man. Bruce Pritchard said it was a group effort between him.
Bury everybody.
yeah. Bruce Pritchard says here it was him, Vince, Brian Gewirtz, Michael Hayes. There's no finger pointing because it was all of us.
Yeah.
But then he goes on to say Vince was definitely the ultimate decision maker on this one.
Yeah, we're all passing the bongs, doing the crack and
holy fuck.
lines.
He
all
says
the
the
time.
then you're gonna fuck her brains out.
That's totally like a Vince thing. Like, yeah, gotta
I'm
put
sure.
that in there, yeah.
He was probably there watching it. Yeah, put on that white thong.
He's probably back there like, give me more, give me more.
Yeah.
You're not fucking her good enough.
Let me show you. I bet
probably did.
Vince showed him.
They probably
Yeah,
did a trial run. There's a trial run of Vince in the
Let me
casket.
show you how to do this.
He says that the idea of the vignette was Hunter was going to do a spoof of something. A spoof implies that there was something that he was spoofing, but I'm not entirely sure what he was spoofing. Bruce doesn't actually say. He says they got to the funeral home to shoot this. It's him, Vince, Triple H, Kane, and some crew members.
Some crackheads.
A lot of the crew members walked out of the shoot because they were highly offended by the subject matter.
Really?
And then after the shoot, most of them quit and they never saw the crew members again.
Holy fucking shit.
Which is crazy.
They weren't made for this business. Don't you want to be a sports entertainer?
You be a cameraman or a WWE photographer. They were having a wake for a gentleman in the next room over as Triple H was going, yeah, you like that? Yeah, you like that? Yeah, it says there was accordion dividers in the room, and next door, he said there was a wake for the gentleman in the next room.
Ooh-wee. Wow, holy fucking shit.
Crazy that anyone let them film that in there, right?
Money talks.
And they said they shot it. It went great, and then Vince said, God damn it, I love it. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's do it again.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we're supposed to take it as a spoof too, as Triple H shows after the VHS ends.
He's laughing.
That he's laughing, and he said, "What a sick freak."
But it's still, it doesn't really line up because he says, "What a sick freak," and does a weird fucking like weird fucking laugh. I don't know what I don't know what it was. But then Terry tries to interview Kane again, but Kane like still won't answer the door. Kane, that wasn't you.
I think the line should have went, Kane should have answered and go, Triple H is a sick freak.
Yeah, what a fucking weird bastard.
That he
fucking
set up
dude,
a
man,
camera
look at
and filmed
this
this himself, this weird freak.
Yeah. Hey, that wasn't me. That was not me, man.
That was obviously Triple H.
I didn't.
He should have just started roasting him back, dude. You see, you grab those titties on the doll, bro. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, little freak. Yeah.
Then he wins the world title. That's what he should have done. Just gone into business for himself.
Just buried Triple H
Triple
for
H
being
is
a weird
fucking weirdo
bastard,
bitch.
and then to give him the belt. Yeah, that'd awesome.
So known for this, like the Katie Vick thing was a real thing. Obviously not the sex thing,
Kane,
but the driving
I
thing
think
was
Kane
real.
actually. I think that's actually a part of Kane's story is that he killed somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, Kane. So Kane says that Kane cuts the promo and says that he killed Katie Vick.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know if they retcon that. I assume they did.
probably not.
They just move on. Never talk about it again.
Yeah. Anyway, Al Snow time.
No. How do you follow that? Fuck.
Dude, that was the most fucking. That's even the crazier part to me. They do this fucking crazy fucking angle. Maybe that's what it was, James. Maybe they just thought that everyone's gonna think it was fucking hilarious and wouldn't like take it serious. And then they go to an Al Snow Tommy Dreamer match after.
Yeah. So the history of this too says that people called into the network and were like, "You guys need to take Raw off the air."
Oh wow.
There was total backlash from not only the network but from people watching the show. They were disgusted. Thought this was just the worst thing ever. Which is like WWF at the time did not need any more fucking issues like that. Which is why I don't. If they never retconned it, they definitely walked it off. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, the problem with this,
they go into HHH and Sean, so they're like, "Fuck
Yeah.
this, let's get away the fuck away from this."
Please, goddamn.
the problem with this
yeah.
was that like it wasn't corny enough to be like a comedy thing. It was just like it was like too serious. I think the way that it was filmed and shot and the way they did the whole thing. Like if they were
You
going
can say
for,
how it is, man. It wasn't funny.
no at all.
No.
Yeah.
If they wanted to make it funny, they should have had Triple H as Kane chokeslammer and tombstoner. Like, that would have been
Like
awesome.
actually pull her
actually.
arm off or something. Oh, because of mannequin, you know, something stupid. Like,
What's the bit here, man? It's like
Yeah,
Triple
there
H
was no
talking
joke.
to
There was no
what's
bit.
the-
Yeah.
what's
Triple H
the
talking to the boys. I'm gonna go fuck this doll, man.
Yeah,
Maybe it was
I'm
a
gonna
bet
fucking-
between the boys. Like they played
Maybe.
a card game
I'm
back in
gonna
the
fuck
APA
this doll. I'm
room.
gonna tell you that. much.
Yeah, I'm gonna like. Why he should have just did Kane's spot, like throat thrust, sidewalk slam.
Like when he first walked in, he was like, you know, caning it up a little
was-
bit.
yeah, yeah,
Then
he
it just
could've-
turned into Triple H and Kane Mass having sex with a doll.
Yeah, what the
And then Triple H are like, haha, Kane's weird, guys, right, guys? Kane's
what a
weird.
fucker, yeah. No, dude.
You're
That was
the
totally
weirdo.
you. You weird
What if
bastard.
Coach just said, "No, dude, you're a fucked up
no
I know,
way.
weirdo."
someone should
man.
have called him out on it. Like, why didn't nobody say, why the fuck did you do that, you creepy freak? What's wrong with you?
You guys, look how funny this is. Triple H is over there fucking nailing this stuff. Look, guys. Everybody in the room is not even paying
Dude.
attention. Guys, look.
If The Rock was a part of this
Oh,
angle,
shit.
Triple H's career would be
Oh
over.
my god, you're lucky Rock didn't just walk out on his own accord. Hunter.
What did you just do? You're over here now, fucking corpses. You sick freak. Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Also, want to just add this one little at the end. Triple H was the world champion. He was the face of the
Triple H-
brand.
2 months ago,
top
he
guy.
wheelchaired Shawn Michaels with a sledgehammer. So, anyways, here's Al
Fuck
Snow.
Yeah, Al Snow time. Not only that, it's a Singapore Cane match, and it's just Singapore Canes are legal. It's not even like how ECW did Singapore Cane matches where the loser gets caned. It's just these are legal.
Not one on a pole or anything, nothing. Just use these. So yeah, they whack each other with Singapore canes.
Yeah, it's Dreamer and Al Snow. Dreamer fucking up Al Snow's legs, and then here comes Christopher Nowinski, and he has a Singapore cane. And Al Snow goes to shove Dreamer into the ropes where Nowinski is. Dreamer ducks under between the rope, and Nowinski hits Al Snow so fucking hard in the head with the Singapore cane that it bends. It is very hard. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
And Tommy Dreamer gets the win.
Yeah, okay.
How else do you consume that match after seeing Triple H fucking corpse, man?
Yeah, and you said sit in the arena and watch that and go, oh, Al Snow's here.
There was,
It's weird. It's like no matter how much we really talk about this, I feel like there's still more to talk about. Okay, so here's a little bit more on this.
Oh shit, okay.
Vince McMahon has said that he wanted to rerun the Triple H necrophilia angle on the October 21st show later in the show, but a lot of his advisors were dead set against it. Then he didn't do it.
Wait, as in show it again?
Yeah, he wanted
What?
to show it one more time.
Let me try that. I don't think you guys got it, what we were doing here. You didn't laugh enough. Can we try that one more time?
So TNN's mailbox was overloaded, registering
Wow.
about 1,300 negative phone calls before they
Wow.
just stopped recording it, which is just
That's a lot.
crazy.
Yeah.
They called TNN the Necrophilia Network,
Oh shit!
which
That's
you're
pretty
lucky
good.
the show didn't just get canned right on top of that.
You're
one,
lucky
bro.
Twitter wasn't around then.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Oh my god. 11% of the viewing audience turned the show off after the angle.
Wow.
So they didn't even get to see Al Snow versus Tommy Dreamer.
Damn it.
This was the largest audience loss for a segment on Raw or SmackDown in over 4 months.
That's not that long.
Yeah, you're right.
What happened 4 months ago?
There was one angle where Hogan crashed into the ambulance, which we've talked about on the show. I believe.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
They lost
we did.
1.6 million viewers.
What?
When,
that's-
really?
They
Wait,
lost
what?
any
That was-
viewers for that?
Yeah, after that.
That kicked ass.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh,
And then,
okay.
of course, from the same week, they signed Scott Steiner to a contract. Which
And people tuned out for that?
they tuned out for the which is
For Scott Steiner?
they tuned in for Scott Steiner. And say,
Oh,
yo,
okay.
that's the boy right there. Hell yeah,
The freaks.
What an absurd time.
What a weird bastard.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't even understand the soap opera thing. I mean, I guess they've always tried to do that, right?
Sure,
Like,
they're always
Yeah.
trying to be that. Yeah, but
they went to the deep end early on this, right? It's like just
Sure.
stepping into the pool at the 10 feet line and going, oh, fuck, I forgot how to swim.
It's not hot.
Yeah, this is just, that's fucked, man.
Yeah. They don't talk about it for the rest of the show. They just go on as business as usual. And then Triple H and Kane are in a tag match with tag rules at the end of the show. And
That they
they're like,
followed.
yeah, just what the fuck?